Good morning. Good morning. Did you know that you're a king? Did you know that you're a queen? You're a goddess or a god? Check this out. Think about this right here. You actually have a kingdom that you're not even aware of, you own in. You have this vast kingdom, right? Have your castle. You have everything within this kingdom that you could possibly ever need. And you always had it. And it's your fucking decision what you allow in your kingdom. When I say kingdom, I mean your mind, your temple, your body, your spirit. It's your fucking choice what you allow in your kingdom. You're the king. You're the queen. What are you allowing in your kingdom? Think of the thoughts that go through your mind. Are you allowing fear in your fucking kingdom? Because that's one thing that I will not fucking tolerate. I will no longer tolerate it. Look at all this love going on. Everybody picking up trash. That's what I'm talking about. I won't allow fear in my kingdom. So whenever I smell it, whenever I sense it, I'm aware of it. How you doing? Good morning. I'm aware of it. And I release it. Say, I don't allow that in my kingdom. There's nothing but love. My kingdom is built on love. So if it ain't based on love, I don't allow it in my kingdom. And you have to figure out, you have to make a decision on what you will allow in your fucking kingdom. Are you a beggar in your kingdom? Do you sit there in your mind saying, God, I need help. Please help me. Send me this, send me that. I need. Please, I don't have anything. I'm so poor. I'm so broke. I'm so sick. I'm so unwell. Beggar, beggar, beggar. Are you a fucking beggar in your own kingdom? I made a video about this. Not necessarily about that, but I mentioned it in a video. Don't be a beggar in your own fucking kingdom. You know? Why would you do something like that? Would you pay rent? Would you pay somebody else's rent for living in your own house? Because that's what you're doing. When you fucking take these thoughts that are inside your mind and you latch onto them, and then you take your precious time, your currency, your most valuable currency, and you spend your time thinking about these fearful fucking thoughts that are running through your mind, and then all of a sudden 30 minutes go by and you come out of it and say, wow, I just had this fucking ridiculous ass fucking movie going on in my mind, and it made me feel like shit. It brought fear, brought hate, it brought anger, and that's the shit I'm allowing into my kingdom. Fuck that. I don't allow none of that shit in there, and it's your choice. You have to decide. And then you might, well, it always comes, it keeps coming, it never ends. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. And that's one thing that you're going to have to realize, that this is always going to be here. So a question you might ask yourself is, if this entity inside my mind, my sparring partner, the partner that is there to allow you to get better, how can I accept this in my life? How can I accept that this is always going to be here and I have to be one with it? How can I come to terms with that? This mind right here is constantly going to be chattering in the background, and sometimes it's going to be chattering about some things that I personally don't want to reflect on, that I feel are absolutely redundant. Maybe it's a worry of something that will probably never happen, or why things happen the way they did. Whatever it is, choose wisely on what you spend your currency on, and then find out what that energy exchange was during that currency exchange. It's the same thing. You wouldn't go to a fucking dollar store, right? And everything's $1. And then you get up to the register and you got your one item and the woman says $20. And you said, I thought everything's $1. Yeah, for them, but for you, it's $20. You would walk the fuck out. You'd say, I ain't paying for that shit. Why the fuck does everybody else get it for $1 and I gotta pay 20? What makes me so fucking special? I don't even know what that had. It was going somewhere, but I lost it. But remember, your time is your currency. And depending on what you fucking spend your time on, your currency, and the energy exchange that you get back. So back on this dollar store trip, right? Think about this, right? You're thinking of something, maybe something fearful. And you spend 20 minutes thinking of it, and after you come out of that experience, you feel low vibration, you feel dense, you feel unworthy, you feel uncertain, you feel lost, you don't feel like you know where you're going, right? And you spend 20, 30 minutes confirming that and thinking that. You just spend 30 of your dollars, of your most valuable dollars, on the most worthless shit. You know what I mean? Now, reflect that on the 3D row. What do you spend your money on? Because if you spend your most valuable currency on fuck shit, I could imagine what you actually spend your hard-earned dollars on. Be mindful of that. Ask. When you buy yourself something, say, how long is this going to satisfy me? How long will this make me happy or bring me pleasure? How long will I get use out of this item? And if you can't see yourself using that item a year from down the line, or 5 years or 10 years, and it's still holding its same value, why even buy it? Why even buy it? You know? It's temporary. It's not gonna fucking bring you happiness. Once we could accept it, say, wow, this is real. I thought all my happiness was out here. Fuck! It's not even out here. It's in here. Damn. Well, that makes things a lot easier. You could either say, fuck, I thought it was out here. Damn. Oh, I'm lost. Or you could be like, wow, thank you for letting me know that. That is a blessing. Now I know. Now I don't have to spend any time out here, and I could spend it all within, because this is where it's at, right? Because our ego wants us to believe that 99% of our reality that we perceive is actually out here in this external environment, but it's not. Only 1% of what you perceive of your life, of your reality, is out here. And the rest of the 99% is getting filtered through your bullshit programs and everything else. So really, 99% of your reality is inside your mind, inside your temple, inside your body. So anything that you could possibly need, 99% of it is in you already. And only 1% is going to come from out here. So what are you going to focus on? You know what I mean? Just be mindful of these things. Fucking beggar. You damn peasant. Get out of my kingdom, you fearful vagrant. I don't, brother. Yeah. You fucking... Get out my kingdom, you fearful vagrant. Damn peasant. Come on, get all brand new with it. You know, it's not like you're physically talking to an entity that can really get its feelings hurt. You're talking an illusion. This doesn't exist. It's all created within your mind. So say, is that a fearful thought, vagrant? Piss off, peasant. I don't allow vagrants in my kingdom. Nothing but abundance here. That's the kingdom we live in. Kingdom of gold, of abundance, of prosperity, of fulfilling dreams. This is the reality. This is your absolute reality, your absolute truth, right here, right now. Is you could create anything. And you're only limited by your limited imagination. So how are you limiting yourself through your beliefs? Pay attention to that. Pay attention to, like, when you have an idea, right? And you say, oh, that's kind of a good idea, right? And then you think about taking action on it. Pay attention to that feeling that you get right after you think about taking action. Do you get a fearful thought like, oh, I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I'm good enough. Or I don't know, or this or that, or whatever the excuse is. Pay attention to that. That is your block. That is your block right there. It's like, oh, I'm going to fucking go, I'm going to go do that. I can't get through there. What's blocking me? There's something within you blocking you from your dreams, because if we knew our true capabilities and that we couldn't fail, then we would have nothing stopping us, because we know we're going to go in winning. And when you got the mentality of going in winning, you can't lose. You can't lose. So it's all about changing that mentality. Fuck what it looks like out here, because this is only 1% of it. What's it look like in here? Because this is what's going to mirror out here. And if something don't look right out here, then something's wrong within here and here. We have to align that. It's all about aligning the mind, the body, and the spirit. And, you know, I can get into eating as well, because eating is something we all do. And because it's so natural for us to do it, and it's a survival mechanism, we totally write it off when we take advantage of it, when we use it as a coping mechanism. We ignore that and say, no, I'm just eating. Okay, you're just eating. And I had the same realization. Okay, well, if I'm eating, then I'm feeding something, right? If I'm eating food, then I'm feeding something. And there's only one of two things that I could be feeding. Well, one of three. You have to ask yourself, are you feeding your mind, your emotions? Are you feeding your emotions? Are you feeding your body and your spirit? Because if you eat, and then after you get done eating, depending on what you ate and how much you ate and the manner of which you ate, and you feel guilty, chances are you didn't nourish your body. You didn't nourish your spirit. You just fucking fed your emotions. And your body is sitting there like, well, what the fuck about me? So be conscious of that as well. What body are you feeding? Are you feeding your emotional body, where you get done eating and you feel stuffed and plumped and shameful and guilty and unnourished? That's your emotional body that you're feeding. And you have to ask, like, why do I fucking keep feeding this thing? You know when you're not hungry. Start questioning that. Am I hungry? Or is my emotions looking for a distraction? Because 9 times out of 10, that's what it is. And if we could just realize that the less we eat, not even the less we eat, but the more balanced that we eat, and the more space we have in between our meals, the healthier our body is. Like, take this whole 3D bullshit out the way. Think of it we all know a grandma, right? And this grandma smokes fucking cigarettes, and she'll smoke them back to back. And she's 95 years old, and she's still ticking strong. She looked like she got at least another 15, 20 years in her. But she's steady puffing these motherfuckers down. But these things kill. So how is that? How is it that one person could smoke cigarettes for 10 years and get lung cancer, and then another person could smoke cigarettes for 50 years and still be healthy as an ox, or at least give the appearance of being healthy? What is that? Well, genetics plays a little tie into that, but it's all mental. It's all mental. So if you're always in the 3D realm thinking physicality, then that's what you'll get. But if you think of more along the lines of energy and how you're feeling when you're doing something. So if I'm eating and I'm feeling good and I'm enjoying the meal and I'm in a state of gratitude and the food is nourishing, my body is gonna fucking accept that. As opposed to if I have a fucking slab of meat and some fucking greasy ass French fries smothered in cheese and bacon. Not saying that I don't enjoy that shit, but I'm just saying. And I'm not really that hungry, but the food looks amazing. And it smells good. And I'm fucking all in this 5 cents fucking mind-body slavery fucking mindset. And I'm gonna say I'm gonna eat the fuck out of this, right? And I don't even bother to slow down to even taste the fucking food. And I'm sure we all have done this. And then we're done. We look up like we must have been in flow state during that whole fucking meal, because we look down, the meal's gone. 30 minutes had passed, but we didn't even see the time go. Now we're just feeling full as fuck. Oh man, I feel like shit. Well, of course you do, because you didn't feed your body, you fed your emotions, fuckface. Get it together. No judgment, we all do it, but I'm just saying, like, be mindful. You know? Be mindful. You know, these videos, how I have such a hard time titling them, how I just like let a fucking I just think of something and I just write it down. Doesn't even matter if it has anything to do with anything in the video. So be cautious of that. My titles don't always reflect the content of the video, and that's okay. That's okay. So I think it's more beneficial to not only you, but to me as well, to just let it flow out. I can't sit there and structure something and say, I'm going to make a video. 3 reasons why you suck at life. Number 1, you think you suck at life. Number 2, you believe you suck at life. Number 3, your perception is telling you you suck at life. Oh, wow. 3 things that are confirming you suck at life. You know what I mean? Like, I get an idea in my head and say, oh, that'd be a good fucking, rant on a video, and then I just flow with it. No fucking any type of structure in these videos. So, like, I might go from talking about emotional childhood trauma to fucking drug addiction. I don't know. Could be anything. I could go from one side of the spectrum to the next. You don't know. But I think that's where the value comes from, because you never know what you're going to get out of this video. You know what I mean? Might be something. That's what I'm saying. Like, get out your own way, right? Because if you have an idea to make a video, then Spirit is saying someone needs that idea. You are a vessel that we're flowing through so we can communicate with this other individual. And by you sitting there thinking that you know how this is all going to go down and how you're going to structure your video and how you're going to say it, we can't flow through you. Because you have it all figured out. You have it all structured. So me knowing that, I don't structure anything and I allow it to flow through me. That way, if something comes through, you will receive it. And you will always get what you will receive. Have you noticed that? Like, you see a video, whether it's my video or another video or whatever, and you just click on it randomly, or maybe you didn't even mean to click on it and it popped up, and all of a sudden it's exactly what the fuck you needed to hear. Exactly what you needed to hear. But then you talk yourself out of it and say, well, these things happen. Weird coincidences happen. Nothing, I mean, it's not nothing magical or anything, It's not like God fucking working his fucking his creative powers or anything. It's nothing to do with that. I mean, it's just circumstances of 2 stupid humans being stupid humans, and this is the outcome of the stupid humans. You're probably one of those stupid humans thinking that. And I don't mean that as a judge. I'm more being discerning. When I say you're stupid, it sounds pretty judgmental, right? But I don't mean you personally, because I don't even know who I'm talking behind this camera. But if I say you're stupid and you say, damn, he just called me stupid, I'm offended. Well, you're stupid for fucking believing me. You're just as delusional as the thought of me believing you're stupid. But what the fuck was I talking about being stupid? Don't be stupid. It's that simple. Use your mind. There is a fucking unseen force going on in this universe, and it's getting stronger and stronger by the day. And you could continue to fucking be in your little rickety ass fucking canoe, right? You could be fucking paddling up that river, just twerking your ass, which a majority of humanity is doing right now. It's working their ass off, slaving, miserable, it's trying to get up that fucking river. When all you could have to do is just do a 180 and readjust, trust, and allow the river to flow you where you need to go. That river is going to take you exactly where you need to go. That river is connected to the divine. So that divine is flowing that river. That river It's being flown. It's not flowing, it's being flown. Like a bird doesn't fly, a bird is flown. A swim doesn't fish, a fish is swam. You know? So turn your boat around. Flow with the current. Allow it to take you where you need to go and just trust it. You know, we're flowing down this river. We're like, fuck it. This is too much. Let me turn around. Oh, this is way better. I'm going with the flow. And then all of a sudden, start flowing up to the edge. Say, what are you doing? This ain't my stop. I need to keep going. And the universe is like, no, you got something going on here. No, I don't. That's you. That's your ego. Not trusting. So just flow. Find out where the river's taking you. Or just trust where the river's taking you. And when you get there, just ask. Say, okay, this ain't make sense. Why am I here? What do I need to learn about this? And that gets into the last little bit of this video is be in your sixth sense. Exercise that. Communicate with that voice in your head, that imaginative voice, that uplifting voice. Not the one that knocks you down and tells you ain't good enough, but the other one, pay attention to him. Communicate with him throughout the day. And the more you do, the more you'll strengthen that fucking communication, the spirit, and the more you'll trust it. The more you'll know when that voice tunes in to the other one. You say, oh, I know that one. Become familiar with that voice, because that's the voice that is guiding you to where you need to go. And if you feel lost in life, it's because you're listening to the wrong voice, or you're not trusting. And if you ain't trusting, it's because you don't trust yourself. And ask yourself, okay, what is it that I've been through where I lost trust for myself? There was a fucking incident in your life where you lost trust for yourself. It could be something simple, it could be something traumatic, it could be something life-changing, it could be something that you didn't even know even affected you. But you have to ask these questions. Say, okay, why is it that I feel like this, universe? Because I have this thought and I get this negative vibration, but I don't know why I feel this negative vibration. What happened to me? Start speaking to your universe, because the universe ain't going to speak back until you speak to it. And when you do start beginning to speak to it, you're not going to trust it, and it's going to be very faint, and you're going to barely hear it. And it's going to take actually more trust than knowing. You're going to have very little knowing, and it's going to take an extreme amount of trust, but there's fucking value within that. Within that fear of trusting, and then the act of letting go within that lack of trust, and then seeing that it all worked out, is going to strengthen you for the next experience, that when you're in and say, okay, I have to let go, I have to trust. Okay, since our mind likes to fucking base our current reality on our past experiences, it's going to be like, okay, well, remember that one time you were in your head and you didn't trust that voice, but then you just decided to do it and you did it and it fucking worked out amazing? Yeah, bam. Oh, then I should do it. Okay, bam. And that's the neural pathway. So like, yes, like the way our brain works can work on our benefit, you know how our fucking subconscious and our conscious likes to base our whole current fucking present reality based on some shit that happened behind us that has nothing to do with what's going on right here. But because we like to fucking just play the matching game, okay, that matches up with that, fuck that, nope. But I'm getting on a rant here, so just start talking to that voice, learn what it sounds like, trust it, love it, just love it, be grateful for it. And the more you're grateful for it, and the more you show gratitude for hearing that voice and trusting and it putting you exactly where you need to be, the more it's going to love you back, and you're going to build that relationship. And I'm going to actually make a new video. It's going on right after this, so I'll see you soon. Love ya.